Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, parts of eastern Kentucky see damage from severe morning storms, and another line could be on the way. And it's not just eastern Kentucky dealing with storm damage, as tornado touchdowns are reported in other parts of the state.
Plus, we are tracking a first alert weather day to continue as we go into this evening. Your forecast on the way as Mountain News at 5:30 starts now.
Dedicated to southern and eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. The severe weather threat continues for a few more hours. Much of eastern Kentucky was spared this morning, but that might not be the case this evening. First Alert meteorologist Cameron Aaron has the latest. Cameron.
Yes, Steve, we are still watching out for possibly a few showers and storms as we go into this evening. Let me kind of walk into the frame here and show you what we're talking about. And we do have a tornadic supercell that is close to Interstate 75 over in Campbell County. So we are watching out for possibly a little bit of some dangerous weather close to Campbell County, Tennessee and I-75 as we zoom into a radar confirmed tornado. And this is in Scott County, Tennessee. And notice that track moving off to the north and east. This is I-75. That's the La Follette area, and there's the Tennessee-Kentucky border and pushing into Whitley County. So I do want to give you that first alert over the next 30 to 45 minutes. If this holds together, that could be close to the Kentucky and Tennessee border over the next 45 minutes or so. So go ahead and pay attention to that storm over portions of Scott County, Tennessee, as it continues pushing off to the north and east. Now, for all of us, well, for most of us, I should say, we have a tornado watch in place through 8 o'clock this evening. So we are not done with the weather just yet, the severe weather, as we have some more showers and storms to go through this evening. We also have that level 3 enhanced risk of severe weather in place. So go ahead and stay weather aware. Have multiple ways to receive warnings through this evening. And again, all modes of severe weather are still on the table. That strong straight line winds, large hail, possibly a few tornadoes, and yes, possibly some localized flooding as well under those heavier rain pockets. More details on that severe weather threat coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Cameron, thank you. As we continue to track severe weather throughout the region, one county is on high alert because of its history with a destructive tornado. WYMT's Madison Carmouche is live in Morgan County with an update on the weather there. Madison.
Good evening, Steve. I'm here in Morgan County where the weather is picking up once again. We were seeing some clearer skies not even an hour ago, but now there is some moderate rain and some winds that are picking up at this time. I did get the chance to speak with both Morgan County and West Liberty officials about the impact that the 2012 tornado has on their community to this day. 12 years and 1 month after the March 2nd tornado, folks in West Liberty remain weather aware.
It's not something anybody that was here will forget, probably, in their lifetime. It was a day just like any other day. It was extra hot that day. I remember for March the 2nd, it was like 90-some degrees that day.
As threats for severe weather and possible tornadoes came in, officials with both West Liberty and Morgan County prepared to respond.
People were calling last night asking about shelters, and that's how weather aware they are. But like right now, we have 5 official shelters opened up under emergency management. We also have churches who are also opening up their own shelters. Officials say the main damage from the weather events earlier Tuesday were fallen trees, but most were resolved quickly. We had one incident with a car out on 460 East that a tree fell down and hit the car. We was able to get that person. Our first responders were on scene. They got the person out of the car, got the car removed and debris off the road, and made sure all our main arteries are open back up again. But all can agree the damage from the 2012 tornado molded the community to be weather conscious. That day we had a lot of energy with the heat, and that just created those supercells that came in and hit us hard. And that's always another possibility, and we have to, people here are aware of that now. Officials with the Morgan County Emergency Management let me know that hundreds of people were without power after that first set of storms, but all of their power have been restored at this point in time. But to stay weather aware, make sure you download that First Alert weather app, and we will keep you up to date as we learn more here in Morgan County. But for now, I'll send it back to you, Steve.
All right, Madison, thank you. Of course, we all remember what happened there and in East Bernstadt and Syersville and other areas on March 2nd. 2012. Fortunately, we've seen nothing like that today. We'll have more local severe weather coverage coming up tonight at 6, and you can always stay on top of the severe weather and any weather alerts by downloading the WYMT weather app. You can scan the QR code on your screen with your phone's camera. It will take you to where you can download that app. It's free for both Android and iPhone users. Well, across Kentucky, some businesses were impacted by the strong winds in Jessamine County, but no one was hurt. People will, though, be spending time trying to repair and clean up the damage caused by this morning's storms. Winds picked up and tossed out buildings like toys. One man with Kentucky Trailer and Shed Authority was on his way to work when he saw a mess of broken wood along with sheds being flipped over. He estimated there was about $50,000 in damage from the event. Well, storm damage caused problems in Bourbon County as well. A horse farm was ravaged there. The barns at Hidden Rose Farm were torn down and the fences were blown down. Debris not only filled the fields, but it also stuck in the trees near the roadway. A local fire department was at the scene for much of the morning trying to help with the damage as well. While the fallen trees and barns left an eerie sight, those helping clean up say they're grateful things weren't any worse. The National Weather Service confirmed an EF1 tornado touched down this morning in Nelson County. It hit northeast of the Chaplin community with winds of 90 miles per hour. Our sister station in Louisville found a home severely damaged off Lawrenceburg Road. The home just happened to be on the market, and it didn't take long before people started showing up to help with the cleanup. Friends, family, and neighbors. One man was even working with a baby strapped to his back.
Most all of us grew up here together, so if anybody needs anything, we're there for them. Yeah, I run a trucking company, and my brother called and said, "Hey, need a truck up there." I said, "I'll be up there in just a few minutes." So we brought the truck, and sisters here, brothers here, a lot of neighbors, everybody around. Yeah.
According to Governor Andy Beshear's office, an EF1 tornado also touched down in Anderson County. And there was damage in some neighboring states as well. Evansville, Indiana was hit by the morning storms. At one point, thousands of folks in southwest Indiana lost power. According to the sheriff, there were no immediate reports of injuries in Vanderburgh County. That area was also impacted by some afternoon storms. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, new research finds fees to borrow money through cash advance apps have skyrocketed 24%. What you need to know before you borrow.
Plus, the threat for severe weather will stick around as we go into this evening. Your forecast on the way after this break.